Professor Koprowski, how did your career in music begin?
I was fortunate in my childhood to live very close to the Philharmonic Hall and also to have a radio at home. There was no TV. It was important because every single day there was a program early in the afternoon, in fact right after 12 noon, dedicated entirely to the music of Chopin. And I listened every day. I guess I got very accustomed to the beauty to the lyricism of his music. And I don't know, before I knew it, I couldn't live without music. And when I was still a child, I started going to the Philharmonic Hall every week. I became familiar with all kinds of repertoire. Then I became interested how it was all put together. I attended rehearsals. I was noticed by the music director of the Philharmonic. And I guess my thought of going to the music school entered my mind around that time. I entered the music school in a sneaky way because no one in my family wanted me to pursue this as a career. I tricked my father to register me for the exams. I remember my mother wasn't happy about it, but they thought I would forget about it. Mm-hmm. I didn't. Miraculously, I passed the exams and I was accepted. I went from the elementary music school to the middle school. I started specializing in composition somewhere along the way. I was discovered by the director of the school as a youngster who was writing music on the side. Actually, he said to me that my exercises in counterpoint and harmony showed that I was already writing music, and he wanted to see the body of music. Subsequently, he sent me to his own professor to study at a higher level. That was Professor Wojtowicz, who in turn recognized the talent that I had and sent me to his professor. And so subsequently I studied with Professor Nadia Boulanger. And from then on it was already a gradual development of my career, step by step.
I hear that there was quite an interesting anecdote how she accepted you to her class, because she was somebody who could open door and who was one of the best teachers, and she was sick by young students, and it was not easy to get to her class.
Well, it wasn't easy. I don't think I would have been accepted by her. She was already at that point a legendary teacher who had legendary students like Aaron Copland. And she had a great respect for my professor, Professor Wojtowicz, and I guess she trusted him. That's how I ended up with her. I remember anecdote in the first meeting. She said, well, how much can you pay? I was just out of Poland and I really didn't have any money. And she said something to the effect, well, that's okay, I don't mind. I will make up somewhere else, and so you don't have to pay me. It was quite moving, and the experiences with her were also, on the one hand, filled with anecdotes, on the other hand, provocative. That's how I outlined from childhood through Nadia Boulanger. Then I moved to Canada and I did my doctorate at the University of Toronto, at which point I was already a composer with some degree of presence on the market.